मैं नहीं करूँगा पिक्चर, नहीं मैं करूँगा ही नहीं, मैं करूँगा ही नहीं. Only this guy, I don't know how he did it. We have shot this film in 36 days.
What?
36 days we have shot this film. और जो हिंदी फिल्म दे सकती है ना, वो हॉलीवुड फिल्म नहीं दे सकती. नहीं सर, हमने सबसे भाड़े पे लेके जियो को फ्री में दे दी पिक्चर. जी मेरी शादी को 8 साल हो गए हैं. फ्रस्ट्रेशन घर पे नहीं निकाल सकता, सेट पे जाके निकालता हूँ.
Congratulations, sir. It's looking fantastic. You know, everyone used to have this entire thought process. Can it work on OTT? And like Shahid said, कि बनाया इसके लिए गया था. So cricket has actually paved the way for us. You see a Dhoni come out to bat and you see 2.5 crore people watching. It must really excite you. You know, I was talking behind the scenes with Ali, and I was asking him, sir, ये 2.5 crore लोग अगर मैच देखें, अगर पहले दिन पर आ गए फिल्म को देखने के लिए ऑनलाइन, what does that mean?
So I have to correct you first.
Yeah.
Okay, because I was also thinking when it says 2.5 crore, that means that's how many. No, that's how many TVs are watching it.
So maybe more.
And on an average, there's like 2 to 6 people watching television.
Wow.
So that's actually 8 to 10 crore people watching it. You know, a few years back, the people who were open to change kind of recognized that OTT as a digital platform is going to explode, and the accessibility and comfort of that platform cannot be ignored. It is the reality and it is going to happen. I think we're very fortunate to be in a time where we can divide our energies into separate areas and actually work in 2 separate areas which are very different from each other. I think watching content at home, you know, in the comfort of your house, till the time you want, stopping it, having a meal, continuing to watch it, is a very personal and a very enjoyable and a very comfortable experience. And going to a film theatre to watch a film is more like an event experience where you want to go out with the family, have a good time, you know, maybe go out for dinner, go to the mall, watch a movie, make a day out of it, and both have their place. So I don't see any, you know, I don't see theatre and OTT, I don't see them kind of colliding into each other. I see them coexisting next to each other as 2 very, very good options. And as filmmakers, as actors, as content creators, we now have more avenues to choose from. I think the challenge for all of us now is to understand that how this has, the entire, you know, ecosystem around us has changed. And we need to adapt and know which content we want to take on which platform, or on which, you know, screen size, you know. And that, I think, is what we all need to work towards. So even though a lot of people wanted this film out to be in theatres, in fact, theatre exhibitors called us up and spoke to us about it, but we kind of stuck to what we truly had envisioned for this film, which was creating a film which is a big screen experience for the OTT platform. Because I think that is what is happening internationally. Like if you see a film like Irishman, for example, when Martin Scorsese and Robert De Niro and you know, that stellar cast, who are actually people who are now in their 60s, 70s and 80s, can recognize that it's time to make that shift as an added option to the fact that you can make movies as well. I think for us younger lot, we better wake up to it, you know.
Action अगर बात की, action word बड़ा abused word मुझे लगता है, क्योंकि realistic action होता है. यहाँ देखकर अगर कोई हॉलीवुड की एक झलक आ रही है मुझे, hand to hand combat बना हो रहा है, ये सब हो रहा है. तो इसमें क्या, was there a large thought process that is gone in, because आप बड़ा carefully map करते हो. I know as an actor also आप picky भी हो, क्या करना है, कैसे करना है, मैपिंग चलती है. यहाँ पे एक्शन गन्स के साथ सिर्फ नहीं है, बहुत सारी और चीज़ें हैं. So was there a massive shift अपने दिमाग में also saying that यार मुझे ना अगर करना है तो एक दिमाग में टर्मिनेटर होता है, आर्नल्ड श्वार्ज़नेगर, सिल्वेस्टर स्टैलोन है, you know, बहुत सारे लोग हैं ऐसे. So did you have something in your head when you say that I need this kind of vision?
So मैंने अपने आप को अली की गोदी में डाल दिया था. I said यार तू ये एक्शन बड़े सालों से कर रहा है and all your actors look damn hot doing action, मेरे को अच्छा दिखा देना. So you know that whole credit goes to Ali. I think he understands how to bring action that is, like he said, cinematic. It's gritty. It's not you know, it's not like a amusement park के उसके अंदर एक, you know, एक कोई उड़ रहा है, कुछ हो रहा है. Of course that also works and there is place for that. But what really excites me is when the action feels very raw and when it feels like it's happening, and the way that it's being shot, it feels like you're in the middle of it and you're kind of, you know, it becomes really nice and edgy and sexy. So I think that's what he also wanted to do. And it's also a very interesting combination as a subject of a very character's emotion driven. That's why it's a titular part, because you know the character is central in the way the story is told. But the ambience and the world that he's a part of, and the stylization of the action and the treatment, so those two things need to go hand in hand in a subject like this. And I really must say that Ali really brought his A game onto this film. We were shooting in very challenging circumstances, and Himanshu right here had to do all the spade work, all the back end work. So really a big round of applause for you, Himanshu. You really made this happen. And I think Ali has a great partner in Himanshu, and they work beautifully together. But just the way he put the whole thing together, it made it very comfortable for me. I think Ali and me have known each other for many, many years. He was actually hadn't debuted as a filmmaker when we kind of worked together. So I've seen him in those days as well. He was waiting to make a movie, and I could see that he has so much ambition and desire and sometimes frustration that, why can't I make a film that I really feel is going to work in today's time? And I feel so proud of him to see how he has come all these years, and now he's married, he has a beautiful family, a beautiful, home, and, he has a little baby now, and all that has happened in the last year and a half. So I feel like we're kind of in and around from the same time. I think I'm just a couple of years kind of senior to him, if I can say so. But so I just feel like we were both in a space where we could collaborate, our energies matched really well. I think he's also thinking long term, he's become a man, he's settled, he wants to work a certain way. He doesn't want to compromise on the kind of work that he does. He says, मैं नहीं करूँगा picture. नहीं मैं करूँगा ही नहीं इसका ऐसे सब. So I love that about him, that he doesn't want to compromise. It doesn't matter what kind of film we're making, he wants to give it his best. And he's very alive on the film set, I'm used to doing these films which are very performance oriented. Of course, this is also, but then this has a lot of other things happening as well, right? You can't just put the camera and then expect the actor to act. So, on the first couple of days, I realized I'm not top priority on the set, So he has this guy called Bablu, okay, who is his twin, okay? He is on Steadicam. Oh. And we couldn't have done this film without Bablu. If you guys don't know Bablu, go check him out. He's a rager.
And he used to be an action star earlier, action boy.
I realized I'm the second hero of the film. Because Ali was not interested in what I was doing till Bablu got what he was doing, right? After Bablu and Ali were happy, they'd look at me and say, "नहीं ठीक है, आप जाओ, आप break लो, आप नाश्ता कर लो," But it was a great experience working with Ali, and this is my first action film, and I couldn't have asked for anybody better to do it with, because I don't think I would have looked this good or been able to do it this well without the kind of experience and understanding that Ali has. And so I'm very fortunate that I got to debut in action, which is a very different genre, very, very different genre. It needs to be, especially when you're on set, the way things happen is very different from most other genres. There's too much happening on an action set, and he made me feel very relaxed and comfortable. Only this guy, I don't know how he did it. We've shot this film in 36 days.
What?
36 days we have shot this film.
Because this is the only way we could make the film.
Because he didn't want to compromise on the scale of the film, so he just cut down the number of days, and that's why he's saying that it was intense.
What happened in that one night in that hotel? So गाने हैं, आप जब फिल्म देखेंगे तो आपको गाने भी मिलेंगे, बहुत सारी कॉमेडी भी मिलेगी, कोकी कॉमेडी मिलेगी, दिल्ली की action milega, so there's a lot in the film that is packed in 2 hours.
And my favorite song in the film is the one on which I am actually doing action and not doing dance. So I thought that was a really cool idea. He said, "Sir, we're making an action film, we're going to be pure, and I'm going to give you a song, but you're going to be doing action on it." So I thought that was super cool.
Yes, next please.
Hi Shahid.
Hi, I'm with you.
Please go ahead with the question here. Yes.
Yeah, hi Shahid, towards your right, this side, Aditi here.
Yes.
Hey, hi Aditi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great, how are you?
I'm great as well. The trailer looks absolutely amazing. I have to ask you this, in India, the quality of movies and especially action related movies now, they're very much compared to Hollywood movies as well. And because of that, the amount of authenticity which Indian movies bring in action, it gets overshadowed. So do you think a film like Bloody Daddy can bridge that gap and, bring out that potential in the Indian movies when it comes to action genre?
लेकिन फर्स्टली तो मैं कोई ऐसे टॉल क्लेम्स कि हमारी फिल्म कुछ रीडिफाइन कर देगी, आई थिंक वो अच्छा नहीं लगता. हमने अपनी तरफ से पूरी मेहनत की है. जैसे अली ने कहा कि दिस इज़ मेड फॉर एन ऑडियंस जो all over the world. OTT gets consumed, you know, everywhere simultaneously. तो of course उनके माइंड में ये होगा, बट आई थिंक अली का एक्शन यूजुअली बहुत ही ग्रिटी और बहुत ही एजी और न्यू एज होता है. इसमें बिकॉज हम एक सर्टन जॉनर की फिल्म बना रहे हैं, वी हैव गॉन मोर टुवर्ड्स रियल, बट उस रियल के अंदर अली का फ्लेवर तड़का आते रहता है. एंड एक्चुअली दैट्स व्हाट मेक्स इट वेरी इंजॉयबल कि ऑन वन हैंड ऐसा भी है कि आपको लगता है ये एक्चुअली हो रहा है, ऐसा नहीं लगता अरे यार ये सिर्फ फिल्मों में हो रहा है, बट उसका जो एक एड्रेनलिन रश मिलता है, जो एक मज़ा आता है कि अरे यार मज़ा आ गया. आई थिंक इस फिल्म में उन्होंने उसको कंबाइन करने की कोशिश की है. एंड आई थिंक दैट इज़ अ वेरी बिग USP फॉर द वे द एक्शन. दैट्स वाई ज़्यादातर सवाल जो आ रहे हैं वो इसकी स्लिकनेस के बारे में या इसके एक्शन के बारे में ही आ रहे हैं, बिकॉज इट्स आई थिंक अ वेरी डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ लुकिंग फिल्म. इट हैज़ वेरी फ्रेश काइंड ऑफ विजुअल ड्रामा, सिनेमैटिक ड्रामा. और एक्शन ग्रिटी मुझे भी पर्सनली पसंद है. अगर एक्शन में इमोशन ना हो, अगर एक्शन के अंदर फीलिंग नहीं आए कि कैरेक्टर घुसा हुआ है उस सिचुएशन में, तो मज़ा भी नहीं आता. सो वीव ट्राइड आवर बेस्ट एंड आई थिंक इंडियन फिल्म्स आर गेटिंग बेटर एंड बेटर एंड बेटर. और जो हिंदी फिल्म दे सकती है ना, वो हॉलीवुड फिल्म नहीं दे सकती. शायद हम थोड़ा सा भूल गए कुछ टाइम से, लेकिन यू नो वो आएगा. अच्छी फिल्में आएंगी तो वो फीलिंग वापस आएगी. हम हिंदुस्तानी हैं, हमें बाहर जाके यू नो चाइनीज़ खाना और ये सब अच्छा लगता है, लेकिन घर आके जो अपना घर का खाना है, यू नो दाल मखनी जो होती है ना, दाल मखनी होती है, उसका जो मसाला होता है, उसका मसाले का टेस्ट ना वो बाहर कहीं मिलता नहीं है. तो हो सकता है बेहतर फिल्में बनाने का टाइम आ गया है, लेकिन इस फिल्म में वो सब मिलेगा.
हो जाएगा डेफिनेटली. तो ये फिल्म मतलब उस हाई स्केल बजट की है, ठीक है, तो क्या OTT इस तरह की फिल्म को 100 करोड़ दे रहा है, या मतलब क्या कह सकते हैं?
नहीं सर, हमने सबसे भाड़े पे लेके जियो को फ्री में दे दी बच्चे.
जितनी लागत है, जितनी जरूरत है, उतना OTT दे रहा है.
आपको क्या लगता है IPL फ्री में आ रहा है, कितने का है?
अच्छा देखो, यहाँ पे जो 3 लोग बैठे हैं, हम दुखी लग रहे हैं या खुश लग रहे हैं? सिंपल बात बताओ. अभी लुकिंग अनहैप्पी कि यार कहाँ फंस गए यार, क्या हम लग रहे हैं खुश? बताओ. हाँ
चलो आगे बढ़ते हैं.
तो जवाब मिल गया तुझे यार.
पैसों की बात नहीं करते, पिक्चर की बात कर लेते हैं. पैसे तो सब कमा रहे हैं. और कोई सवाल?
मैथमेटिक्स में मत घुसो,
हाँ.
समझो.
Yes. This lady over here, yes. Can you?
Hi, Shahid and
Yes.
Shahid and Ali. Hi,
Hi.
Russell here from PTI. So my question is to both of y'all. Y'all have kept stressing on the factor of how we need to differentiate as to what comes on OTT and what comes theatrically. What I wanted to know is also when a film has this kind of dark content and there's a lot of extreme violence in it, there is blood, there is gore, there is drugs as a central theme, automatically does the choice become easier that this needs to come on OTT because theatrical is become more of a family viewing medium now?
यार मैंने तो कबीर सिंह की मेरे लाइफ की सबसे बड़ी हिट है, वो अडल्ट फिल्म थी. ये सब ज्ञान जो अभी यू नो आप बोल रहे हो, these words that you know this dark and this and that, सब बोला था लोगों ने कि यू नो बहुत लिमिटेड होगा, बट इट टर्न्ड आउट टू बी द बिगेस्ट सक्सेस ऑफ माय लाइफ. सो आई थिंक वी शुड थिंक फ्रेश, है ना. लेट्स स्टार्ट फ्रॉम द बिगिनिंग. लेट्स ऑल टेल आवरसेल्व्स हमें कुछ नहीं पता है. जो हमें पता है वो पहले के लिए रेलेवेंट था. अब नई चीज़ें हो रही हैं. ऑडियंस क्या दिखना चाहती है ये उनसे पूछते हैं ना. हम पहले ही डिसाइड कर लेते हैं, यू नो वो सही नहीं है. हम डिसाइड कर लेते हैं कि यार ये फिल्म तो इधर ही आएगी, वो फिल्म. तो लेट्स रीलर्न, लेट्स बिकम स्टूडेंट्स अगेन. Let's be open to the fact that we don't know everything and the things that we grew up kind of thinking can change, which is what Ali started by saying, that you know cinema is growing and post-COVID we are in a different phase. So I don't think anything flies anymore. If your product is fantastic and if you made it correctly, you put it out nicely, it will find its audience. This year I debuted on OTT with Farzi. Trust me, the amount of love I got, जो अली कह रहा था ना कि जो प्यार आपको महसूस होता है, जो आपको सामने से मिलता है, अब तो ऑनलाइन भी पता चलता है आपको. अब तो यूट्यूब पे मैं जितने भी यहाँ पे लोग हैं जो वीडियोस बनाते हैं ना 15 सेकंड वाले, 30 सेकंड रिव्यूज, मैं सब देखता हूँ. ओके, तो देयर इज नो वे दैट यू कैन हाइड. एवरीबडी विल से व्हाट दे वांट टू से अबाउट योर प्रोडक्ट. कई लोग अपना मुंह छुपा के बोलते हैं, कई लोग मुंह दिखा के बोलते हैं, बट बोलते सब हैं, है ना. सो यू कैन नॉट रन अवे फ्रॉम दैट. That is the reality of life, and I feel that a good film is a good film is a good film, a bad film is a bad film is a bad film, an average film is an average film. Everybody steps into a viewing experience with a certain expectation. Either you meet their expectation or you don't, and on certain really fortunate days you exceed their expectation. And that's pretty much what it is, according to me.
That's the final word.
तो आपकी फिल्मी करियर की शुरुआत एक अलग थलग किस्म के सॉफ्ट स्टोरी से हुई थी। देन आपने अभी जो आपकी फिल्में आ रही फर्जी हो या ब्लडी डैडी हो, मतलब एक अलग किस्म का शाहिद ऑन स्क्रीन देखने मिलता है। तो ये आपके एज की डिमांड थी, बिकॉज एक्टर भी इवॉल्व होते हैं हमारे जैसे, या तो फिर टाइम की डिमांड थी कि आपने इस तरफ मतलब यू आर जस्ट वॉकिंग दैट पाथ ऑफ डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ सिनेमा?
जी मेरी शादी को 8 साल हो गए हैं। फ्रस्ट्रेशन घर पे नहीं निकाल सकता, सेट पे जाके निकालता हूँ। फर्जी वाज अ वार्म अप और अभी ये ब्लडी डैडी में फुल एक्सपोजर।
Shahid, to add
घर पे
to
मैं
her,
डोमेस्टिकेटेड एकदम।
Shahid, to add to her question.
सबसे ज्यादा यही हंसा है इस सवाल पे, इसलिए कि अभी नई नई शादी हुई है ना, आई कैन अंडरस्टैंड द इमोशन।
Shahid, to add to her question, I would like to ask you, a new action hero is born. A new action hero is born.
जी आपका सवाल है या आप
हाँ।
बोल रही हैं?
ये आपका
सवाल है।
स्टेटमेंट है।
आपका मतलब
सवाल पूछ रही हूँ, do you agree a new action hero is born?
मैं तो 3 साल पहले पैदा हो गया था, आज आप देख रही हैं। मैं तो 3 साल पहले कन्विंस था।
We are totally convinced. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.